Woo! What's going on, guys? Armstrong coming at you guys today with another video, and today is the preview video. I'm doing this on New Year's, on Happy New Year's night. So Happy New Year's, everybody. Everybody be safe. Everybody take it easy. Don't drink and drive. Be safe out there. But this is the preview for the Chicago Bears coming to visit the Detroit Lions at Ford Field. The Bears coming in at 3-12. Being fourth in the NFC North, and the Detroit Lions at 7-8. Second in the NFC North. Playoff hopes are still alive for our Detroit Lions, and the Bears are trying to play spoilers here. Now let's go to the injury report right away. The Bears left guard J Tire, J Tire Carter. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Back, did not practice. He is out. Linebacker Sterling Weatherford, illness, limited practice, but he is out. Wide receiver Chase Claypool, knee, limited practice, questionable. Wide receiver Dante Pettis, ankle, left, limited practice. He is questionable as well. Tight end Trevin Wesco, calf, limited practice, questionable. Defensive tackle Andre Brown, ankle, full practice, no injury designation. Right guard Tevin Jenkins, neck, full practice, no injury designation. Defensive tackle Justin Jones, he's a pretty decent one. Got an eye problem going on. Full practice, no injury designation. Wide receiver Equinemius St. Brown, Amon-Ra's brother, had a concussion. He was full practice. He looks like he's good to go. And left guard Cody Whitehair with a knee, full practice. Looks like he's good to go, no injury designation. Now with the Lions, only a couple guys out. Offensive guard Coyote Awosika, ankle, did not practice. He is out, been out for a bit. Safety Deshaun Elliott, I think that's a big one. Shoulder problem, did not practice, out. That is a big injury. Running back Justin Jackson with a hip, limited practice, questionable. Center Frank Ragnow, foot, happened all year, limited practice. He is questionable too. Linebacker Josh Woods, biceps, got a limited practice. He is questionable as well. Then fullback Jason Kabinda, illness, full practice. He's good to go. Safety Kirby Joseph, the rookie, got a back problem, full practice, good to go. Wide receiver Josh Reynolds with an illness, full practice, good to go. And offensive guard Logan Stenberg with an illness, full practice as well. So the sickness is still going on around the Detroit Lions. Sickness going on everywhere, man, in this NFL. Even the Bears had some sickness going on with Weatherford, their linebacker, so he's out too. So sickness is going on, but Logan is no injury designation. Got a couple guys under the weather, but some guys will be going. Now the rankings, let's go with the offense. We start the Bears first because they're the away team. 338.1 yards, total yards of offense. That puts them at 24th in the league. Passing yards, they're passing for about 136.5 yards a game. Puts them at 32. Not very good passing the ball. The rushing is phenomenal, though. The 179.7 puts them at the number one rushing attack in all the NFL. They put up 20.2 points a game, puts them at 22. And they're converting third downs into first downs. Their percentage is at 42.9%. That puts them at 7th in the league, so not bad converting third downs. And then their overall offense is around 26th in the NFL. Not the greatest. Their passing offense is terrible, but they have a great rushing attack. We'll get into that in a bit. Now the Lions, total yards, 385.6. 385 on the nose, puts them at 6 overall. 254.9 yards passing, puts them at 8. 120.7 yards rushing, that puts them at 16th. And they score 26.1 points a game, puts them at 5th in the NFL. Their conversion of third downs into first downs is at a 41.7%, puts them at 13th. And they are overall the 4th best offense in the NFL, and they need to show that this Sunday. And we'll talk about it. Now, the defense, total yards for the Bears, they give up 367.5 yards, puts them at 21. Passing against, 209.1, puts them at 12th, so pretty decent in that area. You can run on them, 151.2 yards a game they give up, puts them at 30th. They give up 26.2 points, puts them at 31, one of the worst defenses there for scoring against. And they're stopping third downs into first downs is at a 49.7%. That puts them at 32nd. So they're giving up a lot of first downs from third downs. And then overall, they're the 24th ranked defense in the NFL. Not a very good defense, but they can stop the pass a little. And that's one of our bread and butters. So defense for us, total yards, 423.6 yards a game, puts us at 32. Pass yards, 264.1, puts us at 30th. Rushing against, 145.9, puts us at 28th. Points against, 26.7, 32. So the worst, right next to the Bears, who's right next to us. Literally a 0.5 difference. And then third downs, our third downs converting, stopping into first downs is at a 47.5%, puts us at 31st in the NFL. Bad. And still, we are the 32nd overall worst defense in the NFL. You guys know the deal. That those first 7 games put us in that huge hole. We have been playing better. Obviously, I repeat the same thing every week after week 7, but we still are the worst defense in all the NFL when it comes down to yards and points. Now, the Bears roster quarterback Justin Fields, you guys know all about him. He's their quarterback. Running backs David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert. Herbert is back. He's been back since last week. He was running well against us too. That when we beat them in their first meeting, he ended up getting hurt, I believe. But he was actually having a decent day. So he's back. He was back next week. He was out for a while. Now, wide receivers a little bit iffy. You got Chase Claypool, Dante Pettis, Equinemius St. Brown. Those guys are all banged up. Like, they're all playing, I think. I think Claypool could be a game-time decision, but I think he is going because he has missed a couple games. But I think he's playing this week. Pettis, banged up as well, too, but it looks like he's going. St. Brown, he was concussed. Looks like he's going. But we might see guys like Byron Pringle, N'Keal Harry, the former first-round pick from the New England Patriots, and Velus Jones Jr., the rookie, the older rookie, has got some speed to him. So could be a lot of mixtures in there. Could see a lot. Could see all 6 of those wide receivers in and out of this ball game because they got some injuries going on. Now their O-line, nothing special, but they are physical. Left tackle Braxton Jones, the rookie, is their starting left tackle. Left guard Cody Whitehair, he's been banged up as well too. Center Sam Mustipher, right guard Tevin Jenkins. And then right tackle Riley Reef. If you know who that guy is, he played for the Lions a little bit ago. And then their tight end's pretty much just Cole Kmet. They got Ryan Griffin, who's basically their blocking tight end, but Cole Kmet is their main blocking and receiving tight end, mainly receiving. And he's a big body. He hasn't put up great numbers this year, but he's had a couple big games. So he's a guy you need to look out for. He's a big body. Now defensive line, defensive tackle, Justin Jones, who I think is a pretty decent one. Defensive end, Dominique Robinson. Defensive tackle, Armon Watts, played for the Vikings, I believe, before. And the defensive end, Travis Gibson, who's got some pass rush ability. And then they got El Quadin Muhammad, another defensive tackle, and then or defensive end, sorry, and then defensive tackle Mike Pennell Jr. Nothing to be really nervous about there. Gibson's got some pass rush. Justin Jones is a decent defensive tackle. And then their linebackers, Nicholas Moreau and Joe Thomas, pretty much is the 2 guys that, I'm not going to use the words concerned, but those are the 2 guys that are going to be getting mostly playing time. You'll see Matthew Adams in there every now and then too. They got Jack Sanborn, who's a rookie this year, who's on the IR. I think he had a pretty big game against us last time, if I can recall. So he won't be playing this game. He's on the IR. And then the DBs, Jaquan Brisker, the rookie out of Penn State, the safety, really good one, I think. He's a physical. He's a good safety. Then cornerback Kyler Gordon, who I think is a good one, and then cornerback Jalen Jones, safety DeAndre Houston Carter, and then Josh Blackwell. You'll see those guys out there. They have a lot of guys on the IR from the secondary. They got Eddie Jackson, the safety, the vet. Cornerback Jalen Johnson, I think, is one of probably their best corner, is out. And then Kindell Vildor is another corner who's also on the IR. So they're a banged up football team IR wise. They got a lot of guys on the IR, a lot of starters. So their defense is, I think, ripe for the picking for this game. And it's a good thing that it's at Ford Field, a home game. Now let's talk some Lions offense versus this Bears defense. Like I said, guys, this Bears defense right now is a little bit exposed. A lot of banged up guys, Eddie Jackson, Johnson, Vildor. A A lot of guys banged up, a lot of guys hurt. One of their best linebackers on the team, Sanborn on the IR. They got rid of the kid that went to Baltimore there. Can't think of his name off the top of my head. But they got rid of a few guys. So it's going to be a team that should be a little bit like they should be exposed. This defense is going to be a little bit exposed. I think we need to get back to basics and start running the football, because this Bears defense, you look at it, they still play the pass pretty well. They don't stop the run. They give up 150 plus a game, 151 plus a game, 30th in the league. You're going to have to run the ball with Jamal and Swift, whoever's back there, Justin Jackson, Craig Reynolds, whoever's going to be playing. They need to get back to basics and really pound the ball with this team, with our strong O-line, our strong running back core. Get that job done. Taking advantage of all the guys that are banged up, that's been shipped out. It's just a team that's, they're looking to spoil us. This team is looking to spoil us, spoil our playoff hopes. And this defense, I think, is ripe for the picking. I really do. It's not a bad defense, though. It's not a good one at any stretch. They are 24th, though, 24th overall in the NFL. They play some good pass defense, but they're rushing. You can just rush on them. I think we need to get back to basics and pound the football, and just get the ball early and often in the end zone, trying to stop Justin Fields and that rushing attack. Now let's talk about that Lions D versus that Bears O. Kind of leading into it with what I talked about a little bit earlier. We need to score, obviously, a lot of points so we can get Justin Fields back there throwing the football. That's what you want. That's what you basically want the Chicago Bears to do. You don't want Justin Fields and David Montgomery and Herbert running all over the field, because that's the number one rushing attack in the NFL. You don't want them playing that ground control game that you're not good at stopping. You're not good at stopping whatsoever as a defense. So this defense of the Detroit Lions, they need to literally try to, we talked about this earlier, trying to bottle up Justin Fields. This is going to be tough. He gashed us for like 147 yards, I believe, last game. Beat us up all over the field. It was ugly. He rushed for 147, like I said, rushed for 2 touchdowns, threw for 2 touchdowns, had an absolute fantastic day on the ground and a decent game through the air. But they basically just killed us on the ground. And this is a team, our team, defensively, I just took an ass kicking last week on the ground by guys like Deontay Foreman and Chuba Hubbard. No disrespect to those two guys. Those are two good football players, but Justin Fields and David Montgomery are, personally to me, are two better running backs, obviously. Fields being a quarterback / running back. You know what I mean? That's his bread and butter. He uses his legs. That's his strengths. That's what it is right now. And until that kid learns how to be a full-time quarterback, he's going to use his legs a ton. He's young. He's strong. He's big. You're going to have to bottle him up. I'm not really too worried about those weapons like Claypool and Pettis, St. Brown, Pringle, Harry, Velus Jones Jr. None of those guys stand up to me. Claypool's a good one. Basically, that's really about it. It's basically really about it. And it's no disrespect, but they should be able to stop that passing attack. That passing attack shouldn't be running wild on this defense, of the Detroit Lions. I think it's going to be a pretty good day if you can somehow bottle up Justin Fields. I don't expect this team to stop him fully. I still think he's going to probably get over 100 yards on the ground. But you can't be letting him getting in huge chunks like they were against Carolina. Make him work for it. If you're going to make him go over 100, you got to make the kid work for it. Make him work for it with like 15 carries, 16 carries or something like that. We can't have them doing it like they did, like Carolina games, 50, 60-yard chunks, 40-yard chunks. Then it's going to be a long day for this defense. This defense needs to shut down Fields a little and then lock down some of those wide receivers. They got a couple decent ones, I'm not going to lie. And I'm a little bit nervous on who's going to cover Cole Kmet. Kirby Joseph, that's a little bit of a mismatch there, but that's really basically all we got. Deshaun Elliott being out, I think, hurts our defense a ton. We play a different style of defense. It seems like they're a little bit more timid, a little more laid back without Deshaun in there. He's a vocal leader. He's a physical leader. He brings the wood. He's a guy that you really need out there, and he's not playing. So we're going to see guys like Melifonwu, who was terrible last week, and Kirby Joseph, who's still a rookie. So, CJ Moore is going to get in there too as well, but he's a special teams guy. But he's going to be playing a little bit more. So a little bit nervous about Fields. Not too nervous about the wide receiving core, but nervous about that running attack, 100%. But I think we're going to win this football game. This is a do or die pretty much for the Lions. Can't really lose any more games. I think you can, but then 100 different things have to happen. Win tomorrow. Worry about what you're doing. Don't worry about what Seattle's doing. Don't worry about what Washington Giants. Don't worry about Green Bay. Don't worry about any of that stuff. They will focus on what they need to take care of, and then we go from there, man. Just win this next one. It's just like Dan Campbell said. Now it's a 2-game series. Now this is a 2-game series. Now you're scrapping everything again. It's a 2-game series. Let's go for number 1. Let's go 1-0, and then you worry about next week. But this is a big, big game. Ford Field, 33-24. Detroit Lions are going to win this football game. I think they're going to win it handily, and Goff's going to have a good game. Running game is going to be on point. Defense is going to make some stops when needed. I think they're going to get gashed a little bit, but we're going to make those stops. But that's it, guys. That's the video. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button at the bottom right. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, get all my videos, and don't forget to like, comment, share this out. What do you think, guys? Playoff hope's alive. Detroit Lions are winning this game. Let's go. Boom. One pride, baby. Go Lions.